Hello everybody, welcome to Indigo Tarot Odyssey and welcome to my daily pop of positivity. I am so in love with this day because I've been trying little tricks and they're like vibrational lifting tricks. And the way that I did this was I was working all morning, and I have a few clients, and they're quite a few of them are in a delicate state. You know, they're pushing through certain areas of their life. They're really seeking and they want certain things, and and they are having frustration. And because I have such love and care for my kindred sisters, because I know what it's like, and I know, and sometimes I experience this within the day. Like if I get tired and I'm not looking after myself, those little things that can seep in, and those little doubts, are you going to have enough energy for this? Oh my gosh, you have to do this. You're obligated to do that. And I don't love to have to drive all over and do all these things that I sometimes have to do for my family. But what I am recognizing is if I start that inner voice that says, hey, how about we start with how grateful we are, okay? The fact that you have this wonderful job that is like beyond your wildest dreams that you get to do. You love people, you get to connect, you get to help, you get to channel information that gives you super high vibration. That sometimes, honestly, I feel like the inner strength that I get from my guides is mind-blowing. It really is. I mean, it sees me through some really radical, crazy stuff. Like there will be some days where I'm juggling, say, 5 or 6 clients that are having, they're having PTSD, they're having anxiety, they're having a million things. And I'm like, how is it that I can just tap into that, get aligned, get the right answers for them, soothe them? And sometimes, I have to delay a bit because I can't be everywhere at once, and I don't want to go nuts. But something that I just did where I realized, okay, you've been going full throttle, so take a little nap. And when I woke up, I just asked myself, what is the first thing that's going to help me tap into gratitude and make me really high energy? And it was like, just start doing your readings right away. When you tap into the divine and you're connected to that energy, you feel awesome. And this is one of the things that I'm constantly seeking for myself and other people. And wisdom to me is just information that helps us grow and expand as humans, to become more enlightened, to be more steadfast on our journey, to feel more stable, to be able to help others. And I am really lucky that sometimes I can tap into really old wisdom that is basically, hey man, stop multitasking like a maniac and tap into beautiful earth energy and a present moment awareness. That's all our guides ask of us the majority of the time. Hey, what's right in front of you? What are you seeing? Do you have this beautiful family member? Do you have this beautiful friend, this pet that wants affection? Slow down and be part of that and plug into that energy and feel good. It's going to enrich you, and you're going to be able to take a breath. Take a deep breath and pause. Why are we trying to produce and multitask like we're friggin' like a crazy banshee? Let's just slow everything down, one thing at a time. Let's have some careful, caring, centered energy, right? And then we get this, and it tries to amp us back up as humans. And I believe this is kind of the downfall of our happiness, is always wanting and mad desire and always reaching. And that's not like wanting to achieve or wanting to excel. It can be the desire. I'm not saying this is a bad card, but oftentimes when desire comes in, what comes after it? Disappointment that we don't have that thing that we want. Man, it's always wanting, it's always grasping. And I was talking about this the other day. It can be the same thing as like Christmas morning. We're so anticipatory for all this greatness. We think all these things are going to change our life. But the only thing that changes our life is our perspective on these things and how we utilize the resources that we're given and the gifts that we're given, right? It is not the thing itself. It's how we view that and how we use it and how we tap into opportunities to make things useful, right? And to be generous and to share those things, right? And that's how we should be fueling our desire. I'm always desirous of new information that is helpful for me, my clients, and everyone. I get so excited when I tap into something that I feel is going to resolve issues for people. I get spazzed out of my mind when I come across someone like, therapy in a nutshell. I love that so much because I love concise, sharp information that is helpful. That's the kind of desire I want, to know things and to find things. Things are great, but I'm not very possessive or materialistic. Like after I have something and I get to experience it, fine, it can go elsewhere. I don't have to have this diamond, this ring, this thing, or anything. But I am desirous that other people get to experience beautiful things and people and places. As myself too, I'm always curious, and my desire oftentimes is to create things that haven't been created stated before, an idea, a concept. I love that. And that's what's going to be coming for you too. Look for that and ask yourself, please ask yourself this, because I started to do it and crap started to make sense. I almost said the S word. I'm going out of my way because not to swear, because every once in a while I do, but it's funny. Hagen said to me the other day, I think I just said shit or something silly, and he goes, Mom, don't swear. And he's so funny. He's 17 years old, but it's like he hardly hears me swear. So I guess when I swear, it really stands out, because when I worked with a bunch of people that swore a lot, I kind of had that in my vocabulary. Like I'd drop some F-bombs and stuff, and I just feel like I kind of like when people swear, but I'm not a big swearer. And also too, I find that I'm very habitual in speech. And if I have something in there, like you guys probably notice, I say, and I have certain patterns that I use. So I don't want to collect a bunch of swears and be swearing all over the place, just because I have a lot of young neighbors and stuff, and I don't need to be out in my yard like a little tap on my door. Hey, you know what I mean? Like I would rather not, because it will become habitual. But again, ask yourself, why do I have this desire? Why does this keep popping up? Is it something that is a true calling? Is it something I'm meant to do? Let me evaluate. Let me write down the pros and cons. Let me ask myself, why does this desire keep popping up? Is it a person? Am I meant to connect with that? Is it a vocation? Why don't I get some more information on that? Is it an area of the world that maybe I should visit? Because a desire will keep poking or knocking on our door and poking its head in until we address why it is there, right? And we don't want to fill that unanswered call with things that are unhealthy, like overeating, drinking, things of that nature. Because I feel like when we don't answer a true calling or go in a certain direction, we then fill that void with things that could be addictive or not great for us, right? Ask yourself, why am I desiring this? Why is this important? It could be as simple as, why do I feel like I need, a few new dresses? How many do I already have? Do I want to plan an event where I get to wear this? Is my other stuff covered in cat hair and I simply need to put it in the washing machine, which is me? My cat's laying stuff, and then I'm like, oh, I need to throw that in the garbage now. You ever get something so covered with animal hair you think that it is irretrievable? Like there's no way that hair will ever get unattached to it. Like I have every color cat, and they all are attracted to my stuff. They love the smell of my jackets, and I can't tell you how many jackets I've just been like, forget it, I'm just throwing it out, I can't even deal anymore. It's so funny. But ask yourself, why do I desire this? And majesty, what is majesty to you? What is beautiful and almost inexplicably magnetic and awesome to you? And how can you connect with that? What's majesty to me? Forests blow my mind. I get in a forest and I just almost go ape. I feel like a crazy celt. Like I just want to start painting my face and running through the forest. I want to touch everything. I'm hugging every tree. I have such reverence and love for forests and trees. It's amazing. I think they're going to be like the Ents in The Hobbit, and they're just going to start talking to me. Like, I love that. That has majesty to me. You know what else does? Like a really kind of noble silence and assessment of what someone says when they speak something really loving and sweet, that you have reverence and you pause for that moment. I love that. It has such majesty because it means it's really ruminating in you. And I feel like certain actors and actresses really get that when they have that pause and that silence that speaks volumes, right? That has majesty. Somebody that is so loving and caring that they go out of their way, even when they're tired, even when they don't think they have another ounce of energy, to care for a loved one, someone who has dementia, someone who, a mother, a father, someone who's unwell, and they'll go get that medicine for them. That's majesty to me, someone who will go out of their way. And I've seen my mother do this with certain ones of her patients that were schizophrenic, and do things and bring them over for the holiday and be exhausted and still do these things. That's majesty to me. What has majesty to you? And this friggin' has majesty. The fact that it's a tiger unicorn, like what the absolute hell? That is awesome. Art has majesty. That's one of the top-notch things in my life that gear me, fuel me, and make me feel like everything is worth everything is art. Like art, color, texture, fabrics, cards. That's why I think I own so many tarot and oracle decks. The art blows my mind. And of course, this is one of my favorite artists as well. So that has majesty. I feel like this is possible. I feel like I could be walking through the woods and this son of a gun would pop out and be like, how you doing? You know what I mean? I love artwork because I love fantastical things. And I love things that are just like divine and beautiful and super amazing. If you're curious about this deck too, you guys, love him. His stuff is amazing. I have his calendars. I have his artwork. It's so amazing. But I just wanted to tap into this beautiful abundant, dazzling, beautiful, dynamic energy of this day, because I feel like I yo-yo, like I'm not gonna have the energy for that, and boom, I'm back up at the top. And I was like, you know what, just do your daily. You feel fantastic every time that you do that, and it really does do it for me. And what is gonna boomerang you back into this land of majesty and desiring what you truly should be desiring, because it's also you: peace of mind, stability, joyfulness, youthfulness, vitality, right? And seek out one thing that you don't already know, and, be in awe of it. I'm always in awe. Anytime I look at anything that has to do with outer space, or like that NASA has discovered, some of the nebulas and things like that, I'm like, that makes me realize how super huge this universe is and how magical it is. Like, unbelievable. Seek out one little bit of information you don't already know and be like, wow. You feel wise when you do that, when you go out of your way and you figure out something new that you hadn't before. It's really awesome. You guys are really awesome. So that is your daily pop of positivity. Loving you guys. I got to go pick up Hagen. We'll talk soon.